Hello, people of the internet. This is Shaky Jake, and I really need a catchphrase. You are watching Max Payne, where previously we started off with the main game. Max returned home to find his wife and baby daughter murdered, and then we went to 3 years in the future, where Max is doing some stuff with his colleagues. And we haven't really found out much here yet. And I also had my first death, which I'm hopefully going to avoid this time around. And we took some needless damage there. And oh, we're almost dead again. That was not a great start to this part, but there we go. It does happen occasionally. This game can be very difficult at times. And I also need to remember to save so we can avoid that problem happening again.
What the hell?
And we can prevent this guy from rolling backwards like he did in the previous part. And we also know there's a guy down here, so let's shoot him. The cool thing about bullet time is when you're in it, you can actually see the bullets, which, you know, makes sense because it's bullet time. Now then, let's quickly make sure no one's around here. I am regretting turning the light on my desk because I'm finding it difficult to see what I'm actually doing, so I've just turned that off and we're now going to explore this. I have already seen this once before thanks to the previous part where I died, so I should remember all of this.
Spooky. But also it's like the failure count is rising.
Yeah, I wouldn't joke about it if I was you. Yeah? The station's not secured. Someone decided to play hero upstairs.
That's all we need.
Okay, so he's dead, and just got to kill the other guys here. Somehow that guy tanked a shot to the chest from a shotgun, so did this guy. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever, but whatever. This game loves to mess about with realism. And yeah, there's nothing down there, so there's no reason to go down there. Right, I need to be careful here.
What the hell was that?
I think we can kill these rats actually, now that I'm looking at them again. Yep, we can. Thankfully there's no such thing as karma in this game, otherwise we'd probably get loads of it. But these rats are vermin, so we're going to kill them. Don't know if they actually respawn, I'm assuming they don't. Yeah, they're all dead. Yeah, just call me Max Payne, pest control.
All done here. Give me the detonator.
Okay, here's the conversation again, where the guy's going to shoot the other guy, which will make our job a bit easier.
Yeah, right.
Right, he's dead. Now, can he come down here without seeing me? Because I want to try this theory out. Because the AI is pretty good in this game, but at the same time they can sometimes spot you from a mile away, which doesn't completely make sense. And that was actually one of the reasons why I died last time. Okay, I missed that entirely. Bad timing on my part.
Get him.
Oh my god, really? I'm dead again. Right, this is ridiculous. I am not having a good time with this level. I shouldn't be dying this early on in the game. Okay, dual weapons for this. Oh, come on. Yeah, this is the problem with the hardest difficulty settings. Right, let's try that again. Bullet time also manages to negate some damage from the enemies, but it doesn't always prevent you from being killed. So you can still get killed in bullet time mode. You can tell how out of practice I am with this game if I keep dying on one of the earliest levels. Okay, he's gone round the corner. Oh god. I am actually messing around with the physics at this point because of how often I'm using bullet time. Thankfully he had very bad aim, so let's not do that again. And so anyone coming to my channel for the first time, I don't normally suck this badly at games, so we're going to skip this conversation because we've heard it once before. Apparently these guys can tank shotgun shots on the hardest difficulty. Although I am a bit too far away, which doesn't help. You're not going to make my life easy, are you? But thankfully you had really bad aim, so that's not a problem. Let's just grab all the stuff we can. Now, somebody somewhere is probably telling me I should save, but I'm never going to learn my lesson, so I'm not going to just yet. Because I want to make sure that I'm doing this correct.
What the hell was that?
Ooh, double kill with the rats. Go me. And apparently I can't hit this one. There we go. Now. Wait for this guy to kill the other guy.
The detonator. I thought you'd bring it. You were supposed to bring it. Yeah, right.
Now then, let's just kill this guy as quick as possible. Thankfully he didn't notice us. Let's get the Desert Eagle out.
Hey!
Get a couple of headshots, which he somehow tanked. Now normally if you were to play this on the easiest difficulty setting, which is Fugitive, which is still pretty hard, despite what I said in the other part. Fugitive can be quite difficult if this is your first time playing the game. Fugitive, you shouldn't normally die in one shot.
The door had been welded shut
like
ages ago and the bomb was missing a detonator.
Right, now this is where I got to last time, so I'm going to make a save and then I'll be back. And I accidentally made another save that I didn't need to make. Okay, that went much better. Let's kill the rats down here. Now I'm sure there's going to be someone who sees this video and is like, oh, it's cruelty to kill rats. And you're probably right, but these guys make the place look untidy, so I want to tidy it up as much as possible. Now this is where I died in the previous part, so I'm going to play this a lot better this time.
New York's finest are gonna be here soon. So stick to the plan. We've got our own private exit route. In and out, do your thing. Wham bam, thank you, man.
Wham bam thank you man, it's such a weird saying. And how on earth would that guy notice me? This is what happened in the previous part. There's no way he should have noticed me. Oh, there's a lot of guys here, no wonder I died. And I clipped through him. Oh, okay. Right, let's try that again.
Hey!
That bit is much more difficult than I remember, apparently. Right, they're dead, which is good. Try to think how to do this. Can I use a shotgun from a range? No, apparently not. Oh, come on. I'm already getting annoyed at this part. I shouldn't be dying this much on this stage of the game. If I were a coward, I would I'd probably abandon this recording by now and just say, yeah, this didn't happen. But we're not going to do that. Okay, I'm going to wait for them to come to me. At least I hope they come to me, because if not, this is going to be rather annoying. Please come down this direction. Or can they not actually make it through the door? Yeah, okay, fine. Oh, come on. Yes, you guys are coming. Good. Right, let's fin them out this way, because at least then they can't hurt me as much. Or just do it this way. That works too. Almost died there, but thankfully I didn't. Right, there's an alarm going off, but no clear sound. So I think we're okay. Okay, I've made a save. Now, one thing this game doesn't make clear until you make a save the harder your difficulty setting is, the less saves you can make per level. So I've got 4 saves left according to when I last saved. So I'm going to have to be very careful with how I use my saves. No wonder I didn't bother saving last time. Okay, can I use a Desert Eagle on these guys? Okay, thank you for missing. The Deagle might actually be pretty good here. Okay, 2 guys. A little bit oversensitive on the mouse there, Max. Okay. And then you're going to come here as well. And I'm going to shoot the wall for good luck and then just kill you. There we go. They're all cleared out. You have to remember with Max that he's not actually invulnerable and he can die very quickly on the hardest difficulty. So I'm going to have to be very cautious with it. Now, one of these vaults I need to open. I think it's this one. Actually, the phone's ringing. Hello.
We come to you now live from the crime scene.
Who is this?
Right back at you.
This is Deputy Chief Jim Bravura from the NYPD. You are to cease your criminal activities and surrender immediately.
Sure thing, Jim. Me and the boys have been talking and everyone's real sorry. They'll never do it again.
Who the hell is this?
Being placed at the scene of a bank robbery wouldn't have tipped the odds in my favor.
Well, yeah, I agree with that analysis entirely,
The bank
Max.
robber's score lay on the table.
And we can activate another cutscene with this.
The bank robbers have been after Acer Corporation bonds. The Acer success story had recently been on every channel and on the cover of every magazine.
Wow, that was that was such a pivotal cutscene. Only lasted what, 10 seconds? But yeah, the storyline for Max Payne is actually really good, and I do like how most of the important information is
The
conveyed.
bank robbers had left their tools on the table.
Yeah, thanks for interrupting me, Max.
Judging by the detonators, the crooks had bought enough explosives to send Lady Liberty into orbit.
Well, that's not very nice of them. As I was saying, the graphic novel sequences really convey the narrative of this game very well. So we open B up again, and will we get ambushed on the way out, I wonder? It wouldn't surprise me, so I'm going to switch guns. Yeah, this looks like a pure ambush. No? Okay, maybe not. Oh! God. Okay, that actually made me jump. I forgot about that. And he's going to throw a grenade. Right, this is worth a save. I can't believe how much I jumped then. This isn't actually a horror game, so I shouldn't have jumped that much. But whatever, it happens. I knew I was going to get ambushed as well. I just knew it. Now then, these guys are probably going to kill me very quickly. So, bullet time this. And hope I don't die. I don't even care if this wastes my entire bullet time. It's needed. Thankfully, at least with bullet time, you can tell where the bullets are actually coming from, so you can actually plan your movements a bit better. Even though sometimes it's actually unavoidable. Look at all these bullet holes I made. Right, let's blow this door up, and let's stand away from it so we don't die. A little bit excessive, but it works.
Hold it! Max! Jesus, you almost gave me a heart attack! I nearly shot you!
Alex, I'm glad to see you.
What the hell's going on? There are more corpses here than at the city morgue!
It's an armed robbery. A tunnel job straight to the Roscoe Bank vault through the old station. Is this why? This is Lupino's gate?
This is Lupino's doing? Lupino's men? Really?
You sure know how to take a place? Get me through.
No, it's locked. We gotta get out of here. If it's Lupino, it's...
Oh no.
Alex! Alex!
There was nothing I could do. He was dead. I could tell by the empty, accusing stare of his eyes.
But he's facing the wall. How can you see his eyes from here? Oh, whatever, Max. Oh, we're being shot at again. Not by the same guy who killed Alex, but oh, there's actually 3 of them. Okay. Let's just take these guys out as quick as possible. Thankfully, they were pretty easy to take out. I imagine that this was a setup to try and kill both of us, but they only managed to get Alex. Now let's go in here, get some painkillers, and let's have a look at these photos. I imagine these are members from the Remedy Entertainment development team at the time. Wouldn't surprise me. Because that's one interesting thing about the first Max Payne game, that, you know, certain characters are based off either the development team or people that they knew. And that also extends to Max Payne as well, with Sam Lake, who was the writer and creator of Max Payne, and he essentially modelled for the Max Payne character. Just for this game. His likeness isn't really used again after this one.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Okay, more enemies.
Fine, just take it easy.
I'm allergic to sirens. We gotta get moving.
Shut up, okay?
Allergic to sirens. I gotta remember that one. Right, come here then. Oh, grenade. How did that kill me from there? Really? Oh, and I'm all the way back here. Oh, okay. Fine. Okay. I can't believe I died the last time. I should have won that really easily. I had it in the bag, and then that one guy got the drop on me and killed me. And then I had to replay through all of that stuff again, with the Alex death cutscene and everything, and yeah, it wasn't pretty. So let's try this again, and at some point I will be able to demonstrate the whole how many limited saves you have left on the hardest difficulty, because that doesn't exist on Fugitive, it's only on the harder difficulties when you play it. Now let's wait for this guy to come down, and then we're going to take him out.
What the hell?
Let's dodge. Okay, that was a nice bit of dodging there, Max. Well done. I don't actually use dodge very often. I don't use the space dodge very often. I usually just use bullet time, but maybe I'm going to have to start using it more. Right, that's it. Come down here. Right, thankfully he missed. That probably would have killed me if it hit. Now then. Any more of you? Yes, there are. Just you, apparently. Thankfully, you're dead. And we got more painkillers here, so I might as well use as many as I can. Because again, I can only carry 8. Even though you can carry so many weapons in this game, you still have a painkiller limit. Painkiller? Yeah, I can't say painkiller tonight, apparently. Now then, I think this might be the end of the level, but I'll double check. Let's open the gates. Reload and get out of here. Or not. And there's more of these missing people. Yeah, okay, this is the end of the level. So we're back in the tutorial area again.
Alex had kept me relatively sane for the past 3 years. Now I didn't know how I felt. Somehow he had stumbled upon something big and ended up stepping on Jack Lupino's toes.
Gutted, I'd imagine you'd feel, Max. You know, one of your only friends getting murdered.
Lupino ran his racket of sex, drugs, and contract killings from a sleazy hotel in a slum block of tenements. The NYPD was closing in. I could hear the sirens. Their wail was a crescendo. Lupino thought he could get us by taking Alex out and leaving me to take the fall for it. All he had gotten was my attention. I went for the hotel first. It was a sad old thing with flickering lamps and faded colors, cheap mobster punks and tired-eyed prostitutes. I walked straight in, playing at Bogart like I'd done 100 times before. The place was run by a couple of murdering mobsters with shark smiles. The Finito brothers.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the pain in the butt. Pain to the max.
You're killing me. Did you make that up yourselves, or you get some wino downstairs to come up with it? Don't answer that. A rhetorical question. I got something for the boss. Lupino around?
That kind of depends on who's asking. A friend or a junk squad plan. Don't answer. It's one of them, how do you put it, rhetorical questions. Lupino ain't here, but he said bye.
Lupino wasn't in his cheap hotel. Instead, I ran into the Finito brothers. My cover had been blown, the door slammed shut behind me, and then I was dodging bullets like raindrops.
Now this can actually be quite difficult from what I remember, so hopefully I don't die first time. Let's take one of them out at least. As long as I keep dodging. Oh my god, this guy is tanking shots more than he should, but the Finito brothers are now finished, or finito.
A letter on the desk caught my eye.
Okay, I might as well read that. If I can actually aim at it.
I had met Lupino only once. The gangster ran all his rackets through his right-hand man, Vinny Gagniti. Gagniti was a high-strung whiner on the verge of breaking apart, like an overamped Energizer bunny. He had the brains to run the business, but he lacked the balls, always falling short, taking his frustration out on underage addicts and call girls.
The V deal goes down at your hotel. Jack's exact words, quote, "Vinny, you're in charge of this one," unquote. Rico Muerte's coming to see it through. Anything goes wrong and everybody's gonna get dead. Goes double for you. Treat this guy real good. Anything he wants, you give him. Don't screw this up or you're finito, finitos.
A V deal meant added security, locked doors, and lots of nervous thugs with itchy trigger fingers. I'd seen nothing coming in, but that didn't mean it hadn't been there. Rico Muerte was a regular Kaiser Soze, a spoof story told to keep the apes in line. 313. The Finitos had scribbled Muerte's room number on the note's margin.
Everything all right? Bosses.
Okay, I think
Joey,
this guy's going to
Julia,
break in
they're
a
right there.
moment.
They're not answering. Call the others. Tell them to come quick.
Okay, but we can't wait for them.
Let's use some painkillers, just in case.
We're coming in.
It's Payne!
That's pretty good considering you haven't turned around yet, that you knew I was here. Oh my god, there's more of them than I thought there were going to be. Okay, thankfully we survived that. Is there anything here? Actually, let's close that because we'd probably get shot at. Now then, let's explore this place before I leave, because I want to see if there's anything hidden here. Ooh, there's painkillers. Good. I appreciate painkillers. Can we do anything with this? No, that's Vinny Gagniti. Or at least who we've been introduced to through that cutscene. Now, I might as well demonstrate the save feature on the hardest difficulty setting. As you can see, it says I have 6 saves left, so every time you start a new level, you have a limited amount of saves. This only affects the harder difficulty settings, it does not affect Fugitive. And it should affect the second hardest difficulty as well, but I don't play that as often. But it definitely affects the Dead on Arrival difficulty. Now then, let's move on, because I want to try and avoid these deaths I've been having.
Getting out was not going to be easy. The staircase was locked and the elevator had been busted for a decade or more.
I do like how this level is one of those levels where every other character's doing their best Joe Pesci impression. And I'm sure I'm not the only person to notice that. Now there's a TV somewhere that I can hear. What you can do with the TVs is you can actually play them and they trigger new cutscenes and various other things. So we got some ammo here. Let's double check. Where is this TV? Or was it literally this one? No. And interesting artwork there. Or was that a photo? I can't tell. I imagine it's a photo. And we can turn these beds on, which is pretty funny, but yeah. It's amazing how much effort Remedy put into actually fleshing out the world of Max Payne. There's a lot of hidden depths to it in the sense that you can actually interact with the environment quite significantly. Now, if I can just find out where this noise is coming from. Oh, it's a radio, not a TV. Fine, that makes more sense. Where's the radio then? feel like an idiot for not being able to find this. Oh, it's here. No wonder.
In his press conference today, the mayor stated that Valkyr represents a clear danger to New York and called for drastic actions to eliminate the problem. On today's top story, the Valkyr crisis worsens with the murder of DEA Special Agent Alex Balder. Special Agent Balder had been shot repeatedly from a point-blank range. The gunman has been identified as Max Payne.
That's slander.
The noose is sure to tighten around this fugitive criminal as more NYPD units join the search to apprehend him.
I had just gotten my 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah, that's slander. I had nothing to do with Alex's death. It was some unidentified gunman who killed him. Now then, I think you can actually walk through windows. Yep, there you go. Then no point using the door. And that looks pretty much like the tutorial level, so from a different angle.
Yeah, something's wrong with the bosses. Payne's there and they're not answering. Let's go already. Payne's gonna pay in spades. What the?
Okay, they know I'm here, so will they come round? Let's use the advantage of mouse control to decide if that's going to be the case. They're just shooting this randomly. It's not actually doing anything to me. Alright, let's shotgun them. Okay, I think we can actually blow those up though, so let's try that. Lovely. I knew that would work. I'm actually less comfortable with using shotguns in Max Payne than I am with, you know, pistols. I don't know, I just prefer having rapid fire as much as possible in games such as this than a shotgun. Now then, there's plenty of rooms to explore. I can interact with these, awesome. It's not always clear if certain cabinets or drawers can be opened until you actually try it, so it's worth just interacting with as much as you possibly can. Now I imagine there's going to be some more enemies down here. Okay, we pushed a door down. That was nice, I suppose. A little bit rude, but we pushed a door down. Oh, these vending machines are funny. You can just constantly get stuff coming out of them, and you can just make a tip. It's actually quite funny. I imagine you can only do this... Oh yeah, you can only do it twice then. So ignore the fact I was just hyping up the vending machines. You can only do it twice. Kong whiskey makes you go ape. No, I don't think that's a wise choice. Have these guys not seen the Planet of the Apes films? It's not a good choice. Oh, there's more enemies. Oh, and he's got a shotgun out. How nice, but we're going to shoot him with our own. Don't you dare try that. I probably should have killed you a lot quicker than that, but whatever, you're still dead. And this hotel is not the nicest looking hotel I've ever visited. But we can turn the beds on, which is fun. And you can stand on them, and there was a sawed-off shotgun on it, apparently. And now we're stuck at the wall. Can we get it to come back? No, it's stuck at the wall, fine. We can turn all the TVs on and waste electricity, but we're not going to do that. And... okay, I was just shooting that just to test something, but we can't get a secret there. We could break that window, but there's no point. At least I don't think there's a point. No, absolutely no point whatsoever.
Previously on Lords and Ladies.
Lady Amelia, Marquis Valentine asks for an audience.
Thank you, Lawrence.
My lady.
My lord.
And now, an all-new episode of Lords and Ladies, brought to you in part by Acer Corporation.
Okay, always pay attention to the little Easter eggs this game has, because they are actually quite fun.
My lady.
My lord.
My lady, there is a matter of great importance I must bring to your attention.
My lord, there is?
Indeed, my lady, there is indeed. From the very first moment we met, upon that distant forest path, there has been sunlight in the autumn leaves blazing like the colors of your hair.
Oh, my lord, you should not speak so.
But my lady, I must.
My lord, no. I forbid you. This cannot be. This must not be.
But why, my love, why?
My lord, it is too dreadful. Do not force me to speak the words.
My lady, I beg of you, I must know. I would rather die than not know.
Yes, my lord, we should both be dead, for this shame is too great for the living. My lord, I am your long-lost sister.
Plot twist. Yeah, as I was saying, there's a bunch of different TV shows and parodies of actual shows that exist in Max Payne 1 and 2.
So tragic. Will they ever get together?
And it's nice that this guy's actually enjoying it, but he's never gonna find out because we're gonna kill him. And somehow he survived that. Okay, that didn't go as smoothly as it should have done, but we got rid of them. I didn't realise the other two guys were going to come out, but whatever, we dealt with it. And they also shot the vending machine, which is a bit annoying, but oh well. And you can explore every hotel room, and they usually have something hidden inside them. Yes, good, there's a painkiller, I do actually need that. These pictures don't leave much to the imagination though. You can tell this isn't exactly the nicest place ever. And there's needles down here, which also indicates the quality of the tenants of this hotel. Okay, I heard a door echo. That's actually pretty intimidating. Switch to the dual weapons.
V-head junkies could go off without a warning. I had to be careful.
Right, these guys can actually attack you, so I'd recommend just killing them. Especially because they have weapons. It's probably not ethical to kill them, but at the same time, I don't want to risk anything. I'm pretty sure somebody actually did an official body count of how many people Max Payne could possibly kill in a single playthrough. And I think it was actually in the 200s or 300s, maybe even 400s, but I know it was pretty high. I'm going to make a save just in case. I've learnt my lesson though. Make sure that I save as often as possible and make sure that I don't die in stupid ways. And there's an enemy nearby, so I'm going to run back and hope they come to me. Please come to me. You're not going to come to me? Okay, fine. Oh, we accidentally shot the vending machine. I didn't mean to do that. Now how on earth are we ever going to get our stuff? Oh no, we can still get it. Good. I gotta say, I didn't want to break the vending machine. Oh, apparently we can spawn a few drinks. Okay, 3 drinks we can spawn. Now, I have a vague recollection of one of these hotel rooms having a booby trap. And I'm just being a bit cautious now because I can't remember which one it is. Yeah, can we have some different artwork that isn't just mostly naked women, please? I think we need a bit more variation on the decor. And I know... Oh! I wasn't paying attention! Let's do that again, without being so stupid. Right, let's deal with you this time. Get rid of you. And get rid of you. And somehow that still killed him, despite the fact I wasn't actually shooting anywhere near him. Yeah, that was a stupid death. I'm not even going to remotely excuse that one. That was just stupidity on my part. But yeah, I know somebody out there is going to be like, oh, why are you complaining about the mostly naked women pictures? And I'm not. I'm just saying it probably would make sense to have a bit more variation. Now then, let's shoot this padlock. Not going to waste too much ammo on it. And I probably should have checked to see if I could have lead piped it, but I doubt that would work. Can we open these? No, we can't.
Piece of crap!
Oh, careful, it might kick back. Killer vending machine.
You talking to me?
Tough guy, scared.
Gun him down.
Okay, that again, nice little conversations between the enemies. It fleshes them out before. Oh god, they spawned a bit quicker than I thought. And yeah, you can't shoot through their bodies, which is really unfortunate. Use a painkiller. I like that this game fleshes out the enemies before you kill them, because even though they're just generic enemies, it is nice to get a little bit of background into how they talk to each other and how they respond. I am noticing occasionally the game sort of lags for a split second before I can play again. I think it's just because I'm recording though, because normally this wouldn't lag. And there's another news thing, so let's play this.
Tonight, the city's fight against the nightmare drug Valkyr took a turn for the worse, as DEA Special Agent Alex Balder was found brutally slain at the Roscoe Street subway station. A suspect was seen leaving the site only moments after the shots had been fired, and the NYPD is currently in pursuit of Max Payne, a repeated felon believed to be armed and extremely dangerous. And now the weather. The worst winter storm in recorded history continues to pound the city.
Okay, so New York doesn't like Max Payne right now. And for the wrong reasons. But they don't like me. Let's see if we can get... Oh, good painkillers. And let's turn this off, because this is a
This party had been dead for a while.
Yeah.
I couldn't say I was sorry I missed the show.
Yeah, turning it off because it's a little bit disrespectful for this guy to just be stuck on a vibrating bed. But nothing else in here. Wonder what this hotel's rating would be. You know, its star rating. I imagine it's only like, you know, 3. But I would put it down to 1 or 2 personally, based on how run down this place looks. Okay, there's another junkie in there. So we have to go through there. Right, kill him so we avoid any potential problems. They normally don't attack you unless if you try and talk to them, but again, I don't want to risk anything. Can we open the curtains? No, we can't. That would be nice if we could. Okay, there's an enemy around here, so... Ooh, there's way more enemies than I remember playing this again. Why are there so many? I don't remember... There shouldn't be this many enemies. Okay, I'm gonna die if I'm not careful. Oh, come on, he should have died from that. And we're back where we needed to be. Now, let's do this without dying. Wait for you to come along, and then we'll get you with a shotgun. I said we'll get you with a shotgun. Yeah, this didn't go well at all. I'm sure somebody out there has done this entire game without using bullet time, and whoever's done that, let me know, because I'd be curious to see how this game plays without bullet time, because I imagine it's very difficult to do without abusing save states. Let's use another painkiller, switch weapons. Oh, I have a throwable apparently. I have a Molotov cocktail. Let's save that for later. And no wonder I couldn't get through, because some idiot put a washing machine in front of the door. And can't open this. I can shoot the fire extinguisher apparently, which I think just distracts the enemies as opposed to kill them, but that's to be expected.
I found Muerte's room.
Yeah, we're not going in there yet though. I want to explore a little bit more.
What the hell?
Ooh. Yeah, that didn't work. Now, whilst I'm having to replay this again because I keep dying, let's see if the lead pipe works on padlocks. And it does. Awesome. I've learnt my lesson. I've made a save from here now because I keep dying for stupid reasons.
Gun him down.
Like that. Okay, that was a bad shot. That wasn't though. there we go. And Max almost died, and as you can see, we're now limping because we are so injured. What I need to do is take my time more with this, otherwise I will die for stupid reasons.
I found Muerte's room.
And let's be careful in the bathroom this time, can we?
It's coming.
That guy didn't seem to mind getting shot by a shotgun. Bit odd. Okay, let's wait for you to come round. And let's do a Pulp Fiction on you. There we go. Anyone who's seen Pulp Fiction should get that reference to an extent. And bit of an interesting place to leave toilet roll game. Wouldn't leave it on the toilet seat. Wouldn't leave it on the floor either particularly, but there you go. And I think this is a secret room. It is. We won't need to go in there just yet. So let's go to room 313 or 313. Oh, there's the booby trap.
Muerte had received a letter.
I knew there was a booby trap somewhere.
Our investigation had turned up nothing to link Angelo Punchinello, the head of the Punchinello family, to Valkyr. All tracks had ended with Jack Lupino. The letter in Muerte's room was signed by the Don himself. It was the first hint that the Kingpin knew what was brewing inside his syndicate.
The trouble you got into after the Chicago screw-up. The Punchinello family bailed you out. You have been waiting for a chance to pay us back. One of our trusted boys has a monkey the size of King Kong on his back. And we need your special skills for backup on a major deal.
Collecting evidence had gotten old a few hundred bullets back. I was already so far past the point of no return I couldn't even remember what it looked like when I had passed it.
Special skills for backup, eh? It was Taken before Taken even existed. Now, again, I've never actually watched Taken beyond the first film, and apparently I'm not missing much because most people said the sequels were terrible in comparison to the first film, which doesn't surprise me. I hadn't actually seen Taken in years though. I remember I liked it. Now, I believe I'll need to do a runner from this building. Which will be up here. Okay, it won't be there. Alright, the only reason I went back inside then was I was just testing a theory to see if this game worked on music triggers, because certain points in this game I believe work on that. So certain times you'll hear the music play in certain areas, and then if you leave them it stops, and then if you go back in it starts playing again, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm going to make another save. 3 saves left.
I didn't want to know what had happened here. It was not a pretty sight.
It's alright, I didn't shoot him because he was already dead when I shot this thin material. Again, I can't interact with the drawers. Let's change weapons. There's a painkiller here, so let's use one and pick that up. Apparently I can't shoot that. So is there another window I'm missing? What am I missing, game? I feel like I need to go somewhere else. Oh, there's another painkiller. Wouldn't have noticed that, to be honest. Where am I actually going? I've actually forgotten where I'm supposed to go. Ooh, almost fell off then. Don't do that, Max, because otherwise I'd have to replay 75% of this level again based on my saving habits. Or lack of saving habits. Maybe I am actually meant to go in the through one of these doors. Actually, yeah, that makes sense. I think it's later on in the game I'm supposed to do that. Oh, more enemies. Right, hide here. And then take you down. Right, there's more of you. I'm being super cautious with the enemy AI now. because that's the way I have to play this. And yes, I do go this way because the door's opened. Now I remember when I played this on the PlayStation 2 originally, I remember this was really annoying to play, and it was one of the reasons why I actually got rid of the PS2 version in the end once I bought the PC version. When you moved an aim, when you were aiming and you moved, it would always reset the actual, aim. So let's say I had my aim perfect up here, but the moment I moved, it would immediately do that. And I don't know if that was just my PS2 controller acting up, or if that was a quirk of the PS2 version, but it made certain parts of this game very difficult to play. And I was playing on Fugitive at the time when I first played this, so you can imagine how annoyed I got. And I think here we have to shoot this.
Yo! Told you.
God damn! I thought it was a bomb for sure.
Nah, the Russian wouldn't dare. This has been waiting to happen.
I thought it was a bomb.
Right, I've made another save here, and we're going to take these two guys out, assuming there are actually just two of them.
Yo!
Take you out. Right, there was three of them, and there's a junkie in here. So we're going to take the junkie out. That scream is actually quite terrifying the first time you ever hear it. I remember I never killed the junkies in my original playthrough of this game, and when I replayed it a couple of years later and I heard that scream for the first time, it actually terrified me because of how high pitched it was. I wonder if that's a side effect of the drug. Again, always be careful with hotel room doors.
The hooker had left her diary on the table.
Oh, okay, that'll probably make for interesting reading, I imagine.
The diary belonged to a hooker named Candy Dawn. The read would have made a vice cop blush.
Had talks with the mystery hag over the phone again. Sent her the latest One-Eyed Alfred tape. As long as the hag keeps paying for the tapes, the old man could come every day for all I care.
She had a nice sideline, making secret X-rated flicks of her clients and selling them to the highest bidder. They would get her killed if her V-fix for the day didn't do it first.
I'm going to assume the could come every day reference is a bit of a double meaning there. But moving on. Interesting. Okay. So this fake wardrobe has a whole bunch of ammo, and it also has this. Oh, a little recording. Okay. And again, people in the Max Payne universe at this time haven't moved over to DVDs yet, so we're still on videotapes. But that makes sense, because I remember in 2001 I was still watching videotapes. I did have my first DVD around 2001, 2002, but for the most part we were still on videos for a couple of years afterwards, because DVDs were still really expensive at that point, because they were a new format after all. I imagine if you talk to kids nowadays, this idea of DVDs being expensive would be a laughable concept to them, but at the time I remember paying quite a significant amount of pocket money to buy DVDs that I wanted. Now there's enemies around here, and they're coming to me, which is good. And thanks to bullet time, I can take these guys out much easier. Now that's the other thing I failed to learn through much of this part. Doing the dodge bullet time makes me a lot more vulnerable than just activating it manually and then just circling around the enemies and watching where the bullets go. So I need to do that more often. Now I believe this is going to be the end of the level, if not near the end of the level. So I'm going to leave it there for now. It's been a bit of an irritating part because I kept dying so frequently and I kept forgetting my little life lesson with this game to save more often. But I'm going to leave it there for now, and next time we'll carry on with Max's personal crusade that seems to be occurring. So thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.